Hi, guys. You're going to need your notebook and you're also going to need a dry erase board because some of these calculations you're going to need to do on your dry erase board. Okay, let's get started. Sales tax is a percentage charge on good or services. Taxes are used to fund various state and local government agencies and provide benefits to the residents. So the actual formula is item price plus the sales tax equals the total cost. Now, it's important for us to note at this time when you're doing the sales tax, you can put the percent in decimal form. We normally set up a ratio, but I want to show you two ways of doing this so that you'll be able to use this equation later on. Okay. So a DVD costs $18.50. The tax rate is 8%. Okay. Now, the way we have been setting this up, and you know how to do this because you've done a really good job of it, is we would take anytime you see percent, you would go over 100 equals something over the total amount, 1850. Okay. And then we would calculate that out. So we would have 100x equals, and if you were to multiply those out, you're going to get 148. Okay. Divide by 100, divide by 100, and that moves the decimals. So I know it's 1.48. Okay. So that's how I'd figure that out. Now, another way that you could do that without having to do this cross multiplication is go ahead and do your dividing by 100. Go ahead and divide by 100. So let's just do this side first, and then we're going to multiply it by the total amount. I'll show you what I mean so I don't confuse you too much. Oh, and then you add these two together because the item price plus this right here is going to equal 1998. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. 12 is my original price. Okay, all I have to do is multiply that by the tax rate. Well, my tax rate is 8 over 100. 8 divided by 100 equals 0.08. So all I have to do is take that 12 times 0.08. Well, we know 12 times 8 is 96. And then we've got some decimals there. So it would end up being 0.96. So 0.96, and then we add them together. It would be 12.96. Okay, some of you are blown away. You're like, wait a second. How did you do that? We've always set up this ratio right here. Okay, you can still set up the ratio. You can still do that. But all you're doing, I'm going to show it to you one more time. Let me erase this so I have a little space. And then I'm going to have you try it on the last one. Okay. So 26, if I were to set up the ratio, okay, I would put 8 over 100 equals 20, or oops, sorry about that, equals x over 2650. Now, let's say we go ahead and find this, which is 0.08, okay, equals x over 2650. So all we're doing is multiplying these two numbers to get what x equals. That's what we're doing. Okay. So in this case, if I multiply these two numbers and take out my little decimals and all of that stuff, because there's a decimal there, right? Put in my 4 decimals, I'm going to end up getting 212 $2.12, and then I add it to my original amount, and I get 28.62. Okay. I want you to try it with the candle. All you have to do is take this times this already calculated. We turn this into a number. So you try it. What would be 9 times 0.08? And you tell me what answer you get here and what answer you get here. Okay, you should have gotten 0.72, and then over here, 9.72. So if Amanda only has $40 to spend, then which items could she purchase? Well, she could purchase each of them individually. No, yeah, because all of them are under 40. Are there some that she could purchase together? Well, she could get a DVD and a book. That would be under $40. You can use your math sense to figure this out. She could get an art set, art and a candle. And I'm sure that there's other ones that she could get, and you could figure that out. Okay, Kane is purchasing a treat for his puppy, Roscoe. He selects a chew toy that is priced $9. If the sales tax rate is 6.5, then determine how much Kane will pay in taxes as well as the total cost of the purchase. Okay, you can do this the long way around. You can say 6.5 over 100 equals something over 9. Okay? But if you go ahead and calculate this out, we're going to move that decimal 2 times. So it's going to be 0.065. I have to pause this. Okay, I've never done resume recording again. We'll see how that worked out. Okay, so you end up getting this equals x over 9. So basically, all you had from the beginning is the original price times 0.65. That's all you had. Okay? So then you should be able to calculate that out, and you end up getting 0.59. And then you add it to the $9, and it's going to be 9.59. Okay. Now, the reason why I show it to you that way is this next problem, we actually have to go up here and use this formula. We have to use this formula, okay? Because we know he paid a total. So here's his total. So remember, the formula up here is the item price plus the sales tax. So the item, oops, come on, there we go. The item plus the tax equals the total. Okay? We know he paid a total of 113.40. We don't know what he paid for the item. We don't. But we know the tax is 0.05 because 5% times the total price. That's what equals. That's why we need to do it that way. Okay? So now we're just doing the 2-step, guys. We're just going to do the 2-step. So if we add this plus this, because these are like terms, this has a pretend 1 in front of it, right? So we get 1.05, okay, x equals 113. There we go. Now we're just back to a 6th grade equation. We're going to divide by 1.05, divide by 1.05. Do you want me to let you calculate that out, or should I do it? Oh, I'll do it for you. I'm going to actually do it on my calculator. 113.40 divided by 1.05, and I get x equals 108. So the original price was 108. He paid this amount. The question is, how much did he pay in sales tax? So now we're going to take that 11340 and we're going to minus 108 that he paid, and we're going to get $5.40. That's what he paid in sales tax. A lot of work for one problem, huh? Okay, let's go on. In Texas, food that is not prepared is considered non-taxable, but snacks or convenient items are taxable. Okay, so a receipt will designate F for food and T for taxable. The sum of all the items prior to any tax or discount is the subtotal. Then you have the grand total. So let's look at this receipt. Toothpaste is taxable. Bread, not taxable. Milk, not taxable. Dish soap, not taxable. And eggs, not taxable. I'm sorry, dish soap, taxable. Okay? So determine the subtotal of all the taxable items. So we're only doing the taxable items. So we're doing $350 and $250. So what's our total of just the taxable items? I hope you got $6. Okay, now calculate the sales tax that Trent will pay at the rate of 6%. So we take that $6. Remember, you can do it the old way if you need to. You can do 6 over 100 equals something over $6. Do your calculations, or you can just do 6 times 0.06. Okay, so go ahead and calculate that out on your dry erase board. And I hope you got 0.36. Okay, now we want to determine the total amount he'll pay. So we're going to take the $6 plus the 0.36 plus these items that were not taxed. So I want you to add all of these items up, then get an amount, and then add it to these two added. And what do you get? Okay, you should have gotten 14.36. Good job. Okay, so let's understanding everything that we did today. Mrs. Gomez purchased a pair of sneakers for $32.50 and 2 shirts for $13 each. So we have $32.50 and 13 each would be $26. If Gomez pays 8% in sales tax, what is the total cost? Okay, this is just basic. Add this together. 6, 7, 8. 58.50, and then you need to find the sales tax, so 8% of this. So you can multiply this by 0.08. Multiply that out. And then when you get that amount, you have to add it to the 58.50. So get that amount and then add it to the 58.50. What do you get? I hope you got 63.18. That's what you should have gotten. Okay, let's do no, I think that's enough. Do you think that's enough? I think so. Let's just practice sales tax. So I want you to work on this sheet. Match each correct answer to the letter. So you'll match like number 1. What does that match to? Here, I'll help you out with that one. Number 1 ends up being 585. Okay. So what letter is that? 5.85. There it is. It's a Q. So then for a number 1, I would put a Q. So then when I'm down here, wherever I see a number 1, I put a Q. And your last question on this Edpuzzle is to give me the answer. What happened to the plant in math class? What happened to the plant in math class? Okay, I hope you guys did a good job on this.